Introducing first, accompanied by the VIP from Las Vegas, Nevada, Abilene Maverick from Colombia, Paola Mayfield, the Colombian GOAT!
The Colombian GOAT, the reality star, the one with all the followers on Instagram and other social media. 3 million people watching as the GOAT has come to WoW, thanks to Abilene Maverick, the MVP, and the VIP from Las Vegas, Nevada. Wynn Casino, Encore Casino, they are comping these two every time they come to Vegas. Because why? The people follow them. The people love Paola, the Colombian GOAT. And Abilene Maverick, she is a fame. I won't even say it. She just loves the camera, Nigel.
Yeah, these two ladies aren't staying at Circus in Vegas. And take a look at that rope. Of course, that rope made especially for the World Championship opportunity that Paola Mayfield had just a couple of weeks ago when she took you on, Classmaster, for that championship. I thought we had a new champion.
You mean when she cheated and assaulted a ref? And I just want to say, you know, her name is Paola. You see, I study many different languages, and that is how you pronounce it, Paola.
Maybe if she sells her cape, she can buy some more followers.
Yeah.
5 followers. Nonetheless, Paola, one of the new competitors in this matchup, as well as Santana Garrett set to come out, and Genesis.
Samantha Smart, what's your prediction for tonight?
Well, my prediction is that the winner will win, and then they will lose to us. And her opponent from the harsh Australian.
I didn't expect an answer like that,
Do you
I don't know
expect
what she-
anything I do, David?
I was going to say, I don't know what she expected, David.
Actually, probably not.
And Genesis making her way out to the ring, David, as you noted, Vicious Veronica Baroom choosing Genesis as her pick in this matchup to win the triple threat match to determine the #1 contender to the Classmasters WoW World Championship title. Classmaster, does it even matter to you which one of these superheroes wins?
I'll take them all on. You saw me do it before, and I've beaten her before.
Well, that was a little different. You were taking on Spring Break, and that's a little different than taking on all 3 of these competitors.
Yeah,
let's
but
be
also
clear.
beat them all before, David. Every single one of them.
Well, let's be clear. You're only going to take on one of these competitors, not 3 at a time.
Genesis, ever since losing that 12 superhero over-the-top battle royal, has been hell-bent on creating and forging a path that leads to the WoW World's Championship. Will she be successful in tonight's triple threat?
And her opponent from Ocala, Florida, former WoW World Champion, Santana Garrett!
The only one out of these 3 competitors in this matchup who has had the opportunity to taste gold here in WoW, the former champion here. She wants to reach that mountaintop once again, although Samantha Smart, you said you have everything worked out mathematically with statistics, and you've run all this kind of information.
Yeah, you know, she reminds me a lot of my speculative assets, which are ripe for liquidation.
When you get a second, can you translate that to me, McLean?
It's over my head. That's why I wanted Samantha Smart as my assistant once when she left, almost turning her back on me. And look what she's done. She's got the championship right in her corner under the Classmaster. I got to hand it to you, Samantha Smart. You've done it.
Thank you.
Here we go, fans. The main event is underway.
We've been looking forward to this matchup. We've been talking about this for a couple of weeks here now on WoW. And Paola up on that top turnbuckle, just sitting up there like she was in that 12-person over-the-top battle royal. That's how she got eliminated, David. You really want to go back and look at the tape.
She learned that from Abilene Maverick when Abilene used to wrestle all the time. She just takes her time, pauses, poses for the fans, gets out of the ring. Very strategic. It throws the competition off.
And the fans here in the WoW Arena wanting these ladies, superheroes, to lock it up, screaming, fight, fight, fight. They want to see it, David.
And Santana Garrett, very strategic, And Genesis trying to show her power. And right now, all three competitors trying to see who is the most dominant in the ring.
A triple test of strength here between Garrett and Genesis and the Colombian Goat, and it looks like Santana Garrett had the upper hand for just a second,
And
but
they
now...
just tossed Santana Garrett out of the ring. Now remember, in that terms of a strategic dominance and seeing who's got the leverage, Santana won it for a second, but with the Classmaster, she's got the height advantage over any one of these three competitors when they go in there for the championship. That isn't gonna work.
Paola ducks the clothesline attempt, and now has Genesis just ramming her head into that top turnbuckle. Classmaster, if you were in this matchup, what would your strategy be to win?
Just stay on top, not let anyone dance too much. You know how I feel about dancing.
You know, I have a feeling you're being a little coy. You don't like to give away your game plan. Now
right.
Santana Garrett rolling up Genesis, and Paola doing the same to Santana Garrett, almost getting the 3 count. And these three superheroes often having the same ideas. This matchup, triple threat, just so quick, David. It is the first pinfall or submission wins this matchup, David. You
And
don't
that's
even have to
key.
be pinned to lose.
That's right. That's the key for the fans to know. The person that gets the pinfall automatically wins the match, and someone that wasn't even pinned is also declared a loser.
That's right, David. Much like that fatal 4-way tag team championship matchup that saw Holly Swag and Penelope Pink capture the WOW World Tag Team Championships, David.
Paola, the Colombian Goat, and Santana Garrett, the former WOW champion, sizing each other up. There's an arm drag, another arm drag.
Santana Garrett, the former WOW World Champion and WOW Tag Team Champion, again looking to regain gold here in WOW. And now, Santana Garrett.
Paola in trouble, but here comes Genesis. Genesis cuts off that potential abdominal stretch that Santana was going to apply to the Colombian Goat.
And again, you can win this match with submission or pinfall. Doesn't matter. It just matters who gets that. And now, Genesis dropping the leg right across the neck of Santana Garrett, hooking the leg as Abilene Maverick and Paola Mayfield on the outside of the ring.
Well, on the inside of the ring, Nigel, these two competitors are going at it. Santana trying to fight back, trying to get to her feet. Genesis not allowing it, hitting her in the back. Now a boot to the side of the face by Genesis to the former WOW champion, Santana Garrett.
Take a look at this camera shot,
Oh,
David.
yeah, Santana. Santana's neck going across the second rope. Genesis applying the pressure. Santana in trouble.
The weight of the
Abilene's on
leg.
the outside, refreshing the Colombian Goat. And there's the boot taken to the back of the neck of Santana Garrett.
That's a play out of your book, Classmaster, using the ropes for leverage.
Certainly is, and Samantha Smart is always on the outside doing what Abilene's doing, distracting and giving an advantage to her own client.
Well, I never assaulted a ref. I play by the rules. Rules are important.
Well, your manager, Samantha Smart, once allowed you to get a victory by putting someone's feet up on the ropes to give them some leverage.
Yeah, I don't
And that was
recall
I
yours.
don't recall that.
Oh, I remember it. I saw it right there in living color.
A little short-term memory here from the Classmaster and Samantha Smart as Genesis sends
Look at this!
Santana Garrett, but hey, it's
Paola
legal. It's
taking the
legal.
ankles out from Santana Garrett. Now crawling into the ring, looking, breaking up the pin, and now she tries to get the pinfall. Genesis won't have it.
All three women, all three superheroes have been petitioning to get WOW World Championship title opportunities. Each superhero with pleading their own case, David. And now Genesis and Paola going to work together, it looks like. Paola sends that boot right into the midsection of Santana. And Genesis just sending Paola down to the canvas. But Santana Garrett, but they eat the feet to Genesis.
Right into the chin of Genesis. And Paola's down from that. Was that a shoulder block that hit her?
It looked like it, David, and now all three superheroes down on the canvas, trying to make their way back up to a vertical base, David. Referee Jeff McGowan administering the count, and now he's gotten all the way up to 7, David. And if this thing ends in a count out, boy, you're gonna have a lot of controversy on your hand. Paola charges. Santana Garrett fighting back with a series of back elbows to Genesis and Paola, and now the boots.
They're all going after Santana Garrett. I would have to say Santana Garrett may be the favorite in the fact that she's held the gold before.
She does have the most experience, David, it is true.
Look at this, Santana Garrett going to town on the Colombian goat in Genesis. Wrap around, Paola in trouble.
And it's time for the rise and shine. What a forearm from Santana Garrett now, who ducks the clothesline from Genesis and nails the super kick. Could this be Santana Garrett's night, David? Will she be?
Santana Garrett's got to go in for a pinfall. She's going in for a double submission.
Santana Garrett locking in the double Moodle lock on both Genesis.
Which one will tap out? Which one will tap out? If one of them taps out, it's over. One of them has to tap out. And Santana Garrett could be the next contender for the World Championship. But both Paola and Genesis reaching for the rope, and they get it to break the count. They get it to break the submission hold.
If Santana would have had that locked in on just one of the singles competitors, David, Genesis or Paola, she might have walked away the victor in this matchup. But this matchup continues now as Santana Garrett reaching back on the arm of Genesis. And Genesis so close to tapping out. Just look at her hand. But wait a second. Paola now has Genesis in a leg submission.
Wait, the referee, I don't know what the heck happened there, Nigel.
Well, both Paola and Santana both had submissions locked in on Genesis.
I gotta jump up and check with Jeff McGowan. I'm gonna take my headset off. Hold on.
We're gonna find out from Jeff McGowan, our lead official here.
Clearly there's 2 winners. I don't know how you want to handle it right now.
Hold it. 2 winners in this match.
Santana had the armbar locked in. She had the leg lock locked in. She tapped. I don't know if she tapped from the armbar or the leg. Clearly there's 2 winners.
Santana Garrett, you against Paola.